let's start. Glenn Sparv. Dick's out for Hammurabi.
Harambe, for fuck's sake.
Okay, Hammurabi. You know, I don't know that gorilla. Hey,
You should.
well, to be honest with you, I don't know that gorilla. Like, where is that gorilla from?
You don't know Harambe?
No, I don't.
You don't know? Okay. I understand the level of education in your home countries ain't that high, so I'm going to forgive you for this one. But you could Google it, because I'm not going to explain this to you.
It's Googleable.
It's Googleable.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, Glenn, you coming back from Taiwan, the land of not the Thai, but the other Thai? Yeah.
The other Thais?
The other Thais?
It's probably the other Chinese.
Yeah, the Chinese. RFC. RFC stands for...
Yeah, what does it stand for? I couldn't see on the TV what it was.
I think it's for Reign in Power.
Reign in Power Fighting Championship.
Yeah.
Way of the Dragon. Hey, that's the most Chinese sounding promotion ever. Reign in Power Fighting Championship, Way of the Dragon.
I think.
Yeah, it is pretty Chinese. How was Taipei though?
Taipei is nice. A little bit cold. Rainy. Yeah.
If you fight for them again, you need to leverage a corner, because I do like Taipei.
Me and George actually met the first time in Taipei.
Yes, that is true.
I remember.
Rebel?
No.
Pro FC.
Pro FC.
Okay.
Taipei is a cool city. Taipei is a very cool city.
Let's talk about when you guys first met for Pro FC.
He remembers that. I didn't even remember it.
George was like,
did he big time you?
He did.
You know how George walks?
Yeah.
He walks like a little bit like he's half retarded. A little bit like with an attitude.
Yeah.
I do get it quite a bit that people think. In fact, I got it today. Someone's like, "Oh, I thought you were a big asshole before I knew you."
I thought he was an asshole, so I didn't like George after I first met him. But then I met him, and I still don't like him.
But he loves me. But he likes me.
Nothing changed.
Of course. Because he doesn't.
I don't remember it. Like, I don't even remember seeing you fight on there. I had like 3 people fighting. I think Kai, Emilo, and the Grinder.
Yeah, I was gonna be the main event, but I got injured. That was like my show. It was gonna be my show.
So whenever he goes there, he's the main event, and it's his show.
So.
Well, he was right. He was the main event the last show. So.
Yeah.
And talk about the fight, man. Like, did it go longer than you expected?
It went longer than expected, but.
Tell him what you said to me. He said he knows if it's gonna be a long night or not.
When I clinch up with someone, like the first time you clinch up with someone in a fight, I just know if I'm gonna win the fight. If I'm gonna win, if I'm gonna win easy, or if it's gonna be hard.
Mm-hmm.
And this time I just felt like, oh fuck, it's gonna be a long night. And it was a couple of times I had the guy on the fence. I was kneeing him clean in the head.
And he was making faces at me.
And he was laughing at me and saying more. And he was looking at my corner man and laughing. I was like, Jesus, this guy is insane. And he was just whatever I threw at him, even on the ground when I was elbowing him, he was just laughing at me. He was just like, okay.
What a ledge.
Seriously, man. Those damn fucking Koreans and shit.
Yeah, they're definitely, in my opinion, the toughest of all the Asian MMA fighters.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, I've been to so many shows around Asia now, so Koreans are the toughest ones.
Well, scientifically, Koreans have the thickest heads.
Really?
Yes, it was in the New England Journal of Medicine.
From Asians or just
from the whole world?
No, Kiwis, like the Islanders, they got bigger. They got definitely thicker heads.
No, Islanders is like a millimeter, smaller than the
Really?
Koreans.
Wow.
Yeah. Body density wise, the Samoans are bigger, but Koreans have the thicker skulls.
Wow.
Hey, Google that shit.
I will.
It's pretty interesting, actually.
Yeah. They're tough. I don't think I've ever seen a Korean guy get knocked out.
I don't think I have either, actually.
Road FC has a lot of Korean knockouts.
Yeah.
Yeah, and old mate that was in the UFC that I was at in St. Louis. Superboy.
Yeah, he got knocked out. But you never really see anybody get like knocked out cold though.
Right.
It's very rare that you see a Korean dude get knocked out cold. But yeah, but you went in there, you took care of business. You got the knock TKO, even though the dude was just like, hit me more, which is it's kind of a psycho shit right there.
It is.
Because you were just beating on him and he was just like I saw him, he was just doing this, like you know, like
He was like loving it. Okay.
Now you got
afterwards, did you guys have like a moment like
Yeah, I talked to him afterwards and everything. He was just like,
did he speak English?
no, like some broken Korean English. They don't teach that shit there.
He does. He teaches it.
Nah, but he like went underground and bought some like books and shit like that, and had some secret society classes.
Hey,
I don't
next
know.
time you like fight somebody that doesn't speak English, you should just go to the store and buy like an English book, and after the fight, give him a gift. But anyways, you won 5 in a row, 4 knockouts, TKOs. Man,
17 and
good
4
for yourself, man. You're doing pretty damn good for yourself. Now you got a title shot coming up in AFC in March. I think March 17th, right? Light heavyweight title shot.
No, middleweight.
Oh, middleweight. Sorry, middleweight title shot. Now you actually have to diet.
Yeah, I weighed in like 3 kg under, 5 pounds under, and I had like first I went ate breakfast, so I had to wait for the weigh-ins, and then like I came there like 5 pounds under. So
at 205.
Yeah. So it's good.
Imagine, just think about. I saw that video today that Full Metal Dojo shared. Did you see it?
No, what video was that?
It was just like in history or what, some new thing John did. It was like a pretty cool video, but it was of Richard, I think.
Yeah, Richard Alder.
Yeah, he was commentating it, but it was just like a flashback in like Full Metal history of Glenn Sparv when he was at welterweight taking on Michael Dubois on like short notice on like, I don't know. I don't remember how short a notice it was, but
20 hours maybe.
Yeah. And then Glenn got hit with a judo throw, but then he recovered and said that judo wasn't welcome in his dojo. And yeah, it was pretty crazy to see him like face just completely sunken in, and
dude, he looked like a different person.
Yeah, he looked like Christian Bale in The Machinist.
Seriously, like if you go to Tapology and see the picture they have, you see the picture of Tapology.
I look like a Finnish Justin Bieber there.
It doesn't even look like you.
No, but I hadn't even like hit puberty. I was only 20.
And how old are you now?
28. So
that was like 4 years ago when I saw that fight. God.
Yeah. Time flies.
It does. Scary. And, especially here, Tom just flies in Thailand.
Because you guys don't have seasons.
It's just like, it's like, it is real life, but it's not real life.
Well,
it's
you know.
insane.
Like, what I was going to say. Also, yeah, Glenn is also getting known for his impressive mullet that he has grown.
I don't know if people making fun of me or if they're just like jealous.
They're definitely making fun of you.
No, they're jealous.
No, you should shave, like completely shave the sides.
No, that just looks like a Native American or something like that. You know the natives?
Yeah,
Indians?
What's on your leg? Oh, your pocket. What? No, not your pocket. Oh. What is that?
That is a staph infection.
Oh, thank you for coming to my house. Polluting my couch with it.
Yeah. Back to my hair. It is like, it started out as a joke.
How long have you had it?
Like 1.5 years maybe.
Can we switch it to, can we get you like a cut like mine?
No, I don't want to look like you.
Yeah, but just like completely change it up to something different. Maybe just grow a ponytail.
No, I'm not growing a ponytail. Because if you look at like where I'm from, Finland, if you look at the like sport history in Finland, every successful sportman in Finland had a mullet.
Yeah, but it's not even, do you guys call it a mullet?
No, we call it like hockey hair.
Hot hair.
Hockey.
Yeah. So
Because hockey players used to have.
Yeah, but like we call it a mullet, and at least in America, and we associate it with like
Rednecks and
Business,
redneck.
business on the side,
No.
party in the back. That's what it is. That's what mullet is.
Business in the front, party in the back.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah, but like in America, we associate it with like rednecks or like
like Joe
whatever.
Dirt. You know Joe Dirt?
Yes, like Joe Dare.
Yeah.
But
It's cool.
in your country, I feel like you just associate it with being a goddamn man. Like remember that photo that I put on the group of you with like he was like hunting or something. He was like in the snow and he just like a complete just man, just doing man shit. But I feel like that's in his country like what they associate a mullet where we're like we see it and we're like, oh man, who's this fucking redneck? And then he in his country they're like that guy's definitely killed a lot of animals and fed his family.
For sure. Like he's a guy that he has a hat, but the hat he made from an animal he killed. Like
exactly, 100%.
Yeah, that's true though. I could see him throwing axes and shit.
He definitely throws axes. He's definitely good with like a scalpel. He's got a dark history.
I think yes, and I think that he can get drunk and throw axes, and he's the guy that can throw 2 axes at one time and hit the target.
Probably.
Is that
the getting drunk part and throwing the axes is a little bit scary because I feel like he's also the type of guy like I drink 5 beers and I'm drunk, and he probably drinks 25 beers. And
No, not anymore. I'm like a lightweight now. I drink maybe 10 beers.
30 beers. 10 beers.
Like, but when you were young, like, and more like experienced, like on a weekly basis, then yeah, pound beer. But
What about the beard? You gonna do the Joey Beltran? Not Joey Beltran. Is that his name? You know the referee with that long ass beard.
yes.
yeah, no, I can't do that. Like, because some commissions probably gonna tell me to cut it or something like that, and it's gonna be like a big disappointment.
Can I touch it?
You don't fucking touch me.
He's not with the touching. He only touches when it's training time.
Yeah.
Now you just recently went back to Finland, right? Was it for the holidays or whatever? Is that why you?
Yeah, I go home once a year for Christmas, and yeah, this time I spent a lot of time in Sweden training, getting ready for this fight, because it's just a short boat ride over to Sweden, and my sister lives there too, so.
Is it like a boat ride? I thought you guys are connected, like land.
Yeah, but where I live, it's like the ocean in between, so I have to ride the boat.
How long of a boat ride is it?
It's like 4 hours.
Shit.
Is it like a nice boat, like you can lounge back? And...
Yeah, it's a decent boat. So you're like.
Well, I did see him in the X5 while I was home, so this can't be too bad.
Now, Christmas is big in Finland. Is that is Christmas a Finland holiday, like Finnish holiday?
Yeah, you know where Santa Claus comes from? He comes from Finland.
No, I didn't know that. Thought he came from the North Pole.
Nah, that's not really true. Santa Claus from Finland. Just how it is.
I thought Santa Claus was Jesus.
Jesus. No, Jesus is the guy like a bunch of Jews like just crucified. That's him. It's not the same.
Oh, maybe I was wrong.
So do you have reindeer?
Yeah, we have reindeers. I don't have one. We had the reindeer boy training with us.
You had what?
You were coaching him, the reindeer boy.
The who?
The reindeer boy.
Who is that?
The guy from the Same.
The Same?
Yeah.
What is the Same?
Just leave it, George. Johnny Ole Eriksson.
Oh yeah, John. Yes. Oh, he's a reindeer man.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I remember you saying that now.
You got reindeers. Yeah.
He has reindeer?
Yeah.
Is that like big business?
I don't know. I don't have one. I don't have many.
Interesting.
Hey Glenn, when you go back to Finland and like what do you see in Finland when you get there? It's like, fuck, I'm back in Finland. Like you don't ever see it in Thailand.
The snow when he lands?
No, other than snow. Like, do you see like people riding around on reindeers and shit, or stuff like that?
No, it's when it comes to Finland, I always come like November, December, it's dark. It's like 2-3 hour daylight, and that's it.
Oh my God.
I
When I was in Sweden, it was like, I was like, am I ever going to get to sleep? Because it was like we were walking around at 11 o'clock at night and it was still light out.
Yeah. When you come in the summer, then it's, 23 hour daylight. But during the winter, it's dark.
Is the depression rate high there?
Yeah. You don't understand, like, you don't think the light affects you that much until you actually, like, see both sides of it.
Mm.
You get really tired from, like, being dark all the time. It's fucking depressing.
Is it good for businesses because they stay open?
What do you do?
Yeah.
Like like this is interesting. Like what type of schedule are you on? Like when you wake up and sleep?
It's still like normal schedule. It's easy to go to sleep at night because you're so tired. But it's also hard getting up in the morning and getting started because it's pitch black outside. But yeah, it's how it's always been. So
Yeah, I guess you don't know any different.
no, you don't know any different. But I've still been here like over 5 years now.
So do you plan on, like, when you're older, going home and settling back down in Finland or Sweden, or do you plan on staying out in Thailand with some like Thai wife?
No, I don't have like I have like upcoming weeks planned, and that's it.
Upcoming weeks planned. Like the farthest you're thinking is March 17th,
No, yeah, like to March 18, I probably got planned, and that's like never take it after. Because the same thing too. Like I don't want to start booking fights like before I'm done with one, because it's easy to start focusing on the following one. You're not focusing on the guy. No, the guy you got in front of you.
So with this title shot, did you get the call like right after?
No, I knew about this one. Yeah, already before the one in Taiwan. I think like on fight week, it got like all signed and done. So a little bit started focusing on that one.
Now, when you went to go train in Sweden, where were you training, and did you focus on anything in particular over there?
I was training at Rene Fight Club. It's in Umeå, Sweden. They got a bunch of good guys there. Got a bunch of veterans that have been around a long time in the Nordic scene, and two guys who've been in the UFC, middleweight and welterweight, and really good wrestlers. And
What?
better than George probably, but I wasn't focusing on like anything specific. Their style is a lot of ground and pound and like riding guys and position, like not much of jiu-jitsu. It's more like position, like get position, ground and pound and stuff like that. Stuff that works, not like ninja shit.
We could always get the truth and shit from Glenn. Now he cuts the fat. He cuts the fat and just goes straight to the bullshit. Like, get out of here, bullshit.
No beating around the bush with Glenn.
Exactly. Now you go back. You go to Taiwan. You main event. It's now you're going to Australian FC. In your last time you fought for Australian FC, that was like what? Almost a year ago, right?
Yeah, almost a year ago. But that was the China AFC too.
Ah, that's right. I
think now they're like partner up. I think they're partner up with Kunlun.
Mm-hmm.
And this is like a side branch still of it, I think. So.
Oh, really?
It's their first time in Perth too, because the cage ban just been released like a year ago. So first time in Perth for them.
Yeah, that's kind of weird, like how it was banned in Perth.
Yeah.
But you could go everywhere else and fight.
Yeah, because the first time I fought in Perth on Chaos promotion, then it was in a ring because the cage was still banned.
That's fucking retarded. How are you going to be able to fight in a ring, but you can't fight in a cage?
Yeah, it is. Super retarded.
Hey, you know what? In Ohio, in the States, when you fight amateur, you could punch to the head, you could elbow to the head, but you can't head kick.
That's insane. That's like the rules in the States are different because like in North Carolina, I had 2 amateur fights. You could punch to the head, but you couldn't kick to the head and you couldn't elbow to the head. But everything else was like the same. Like you didn't wear shin guards. In Georgia, as an amateur, you wear big MMA gloves, shin guards. You can punch to the body or to the head standing, but you can't punch to the head on the ground. You can only punch in the body and do like submissions and stuff, but you wear like full like gear and stuff. But then in South Carolina, like in between the 2 states, is like where I made my pro debut. You can like, and in the other 2 states, North Carolina and Georgia, you have to have 5 amateur fights before you can turn pro. But in South Carolina, you can just turn pro whenever you want.
Yeah, that's what Emilo was telling me too, is that in Florida, you have to have 5 amateur fights before you could go pro.
Yeah, that's how it was in North Carolina and Georgia. Because I remember like after 2 amateur fights, when I moved to Atlanta to train, I was just like, after like training with like high level guys, I was like, man, I don't want to like fight amateur anymore, you know? And somebody like offered me another amateur fight, and I was like, no, like I'm gonna go pro. So I went to South Carolina. Like I drove like 3 hours away and had a fight there.
Yeah, speaking of amateur, CM Punk, they're gonna give him another fight, dude, in the UFC. And because you know why? It's because they're going back to Chicago, which is his hometown. And it's a pay-per-view. So who do you think he should fight? Like, what did he fight at? Welterweight? Do you think that's like a joke? Is that a clown shit that they're doing right there?
Yeah, I mean, in my opinion, I see like it's gonna make a lot of money. Like, how much did CM Punk get paid his last fight?
$1 million, I think.
Yeah, and were the pay-per-view ratings up?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I understand, like it's gonna make money, but like to any fighter, I think it's a joke, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's a joke, but UFC is also a business, and
which I understand.
Yeah, and in one way too, it helps grow the business. It helps grows, other people who's on that pay-per-view card that CM Punk is on.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna make money out of it.
Yeah, I never thought about it like that.
So for them, it's good too, but still,
it's like stupid in my opinion. It's like, come on, we know he's gonna lose. Like he does, like against that other guy. What's his name?
Mickey Gall.
Yeah, Mick Gall.
Yeah, Mickey
Gall.
Whatever. Yeah, Mickey Gall. He had a I thought he had a chance against him. Like, because that guy they brought out of nowhere, right?
Mickey Gall. If you watched him fight, you already knew that Mickey Gall was gonna whoop CM Punk.
Right, but still, he was like unknown, right?
Yeah, he was unknown.
Like 1-0 or 2-0 or some shit like that.
Mm.
Yeah, but then like he came in and beat Sage Northcutt, which like I mean that was pretty cool, but I don't think that like. I mean, it's like, come on, you're bringing a guy like he didn't have like a wrestling background or a jiu-jitsu background, right?
Mm.
So like if he was like high level, like Brock Lesnar comes in and then like how many fights and he beat Randy Couture, like that's something different. But
he had the best background of all, acting background, because that's what he did. He was an actor, right? That's what WWE is. It's acting, right?
Yeah. I mean, he definitely like. I think like watching like I think that like that documentary they put out or the series or whatever of him training was like I could tell after watching that I was like, man, this guy's gonna get smashed.
Yeah. Well, they also edited really well for him to look better than,
right.
Even though he looked terrible. Even though he looked terrible, it looked good. But like Glenn was saying, it's good for the people that are on the card with them. It's just like being on the same fight card as Conor McGregor, right? It's just whoever's on it benefits. You get the exposure. Oh man, I was just thinking about that. I was thinking about Glenn. I was, like that Dana White Tuesday Night Contender series. I think Glenn would be a good candidate for that, one of those spots, man, for the next season. Because, I think they're doing it again, right? Have you thought of that, Glenn?
Yeah, they are.
No, I never thought about that.
You have the record. You have the,
but
you just need to connect.
She does it.
Yeah. I don't know.
Interesting.
I probably got to check it out.
I think it's something interesting. It's like you could get picked up for you get paid to fight, number one, which is good.
Yeah, you 5-5.
Oh,
I know you do, actually.
yeah.
And you get that exposure because a lot of people are watching that, contender series.
Like old Sugar, right? Sugar got on.
And you could get picked up by the UFC, which is that what you want to do? Is that what you want to fight for the UFC? Because I don't think we've ever talked about that.
No, because I don't know if I talk about it that much, but of course UFC is the ultimate goal for anyone.
Mm-hmm.
Like competing. Of course, Bellator is big, and yeah, you have a lot of big organizations. Not really, but it's UFC and Bellator.
If you had a preference, where would you rather go?
I would go to UFC, of course, because Bellator is still second place. Nobody asks, "Oh, do you train Bellator or do you train UFC?" That's what people know.
Hey, unless you come to Thailand to train, and then all the Russians say, "Oh, you fight Bellator." That's what they'll ask me. And I was like, "Yeah, rematch some guy that knocked me out in 7 seconds before that and won." But it was no good. Like, how much you get paid? And I was like, "Yeah, 1,000 and 1,000, buddy."
Hey, talk about getting paid by Bellator. Did you see that thing about Bellator? They offered the dude. Well, the dude said Bellator offered him a contract for $250.
What?
No, it was $250 plus $250.
Okay.
That's insane.
No, the guy was like 4-1 or 3-1 or something like that.
That's
He's
insane.
an amateur, though, I think, right?
No, I don't think.
Hold on, what?
$500.
$250 and $250?
Yeah.
He was like a local guy they want to put on the
Yeah, but I was a local guy. Like, yeah, I fought for Bellator, but it's not like a big thing.
Yeah.
Like, the guy that I fought was a rematch that, like, I got caught in, and I smashed a dude in the fight. But it was, like, still for me at that time, it was, like, a big deal. It's like, and it was a 3-fight deal. And thank God Brian Stan was like, do not, let me change this, because I didn't have a manager or anything. And he was like, because this is, like, ridiculous, like, the contract that you'll be in. So he, like, got it changed in one fight and stuff. But it was still only, like, just like the initial offer, it was like $1,000 and $1,000, which for me at that time, fighting in Atlanta was like, I think the most I made was like maybe 700 and 700. So it was like definitely a step up in pay, but it was still like, I thought I was like, initially when the guy called me about it, I was like, oh man, I want to make some money, but yeah.
But 250 and 250, dude, that's like less than.
Yeah, that's insane.
Really
that's
local
insane.
Promotions.
Yeah,
that's not even local promotion. Like, at least for me, the first fight I had, I got paid $800 to fight, and if I won, which I did, I got $500.
Yeah, but you also need to think of like that. Even taking that fight for free, he will gain a lot more than not taking it. Because if you fought in Bellator, your stock gonna go up. Like, even if you were like $1,000 fighter, after you've been in Bellator, you might be a $2,000 and $2,000 fighter.
Yeah, I guess.
But you have to sacrifice yourself maybe for that one fight, because, okay, he might get a better offer, but he's not going to get the same exposure. He's not going to be a Bellator veteran so his stock's going to stay the same because he chose a local show that pays $500 better instead of going back a step in pay and then getting your stock up. But that's just my way of thinking about it.
But the thing is, like, also, they're saying that this might not be true, though. It might be fake news. Like, the dude is making it all up. And also, he said
fake news.
Yeah, and also said that in the contract, it says
Can you Google it?
There's a death waiver. Like, so if he dies, they just waive it. Like, they're not responsible. Bellator.
Yeah. Why would they take responsibility for that? I don't think a lot of in the local promotions does that either.
But Bellator is, like you said earlier, it's a big promotion, right? So it's like they should be responsible for those types of things. Like
that's how you get rich, not like taking responsibility for a bunch of stuff like that. Oh.
Hey,
yeah, it sounds horrible, but if you're fighting for a local promotion too, that you're like, you don't have, it doesn't mean you have like insurance or anything like that. It's just how it is. Of
course. Man, to me, it's like 250. Oh man, that's terrible for anybody. Even if I was fighting, I have no fights, I have no experience. But 250 is like, fuck, dude.
Yeah, for my first fight, I think I got 250 and 50. So I got like 300, or maybe it was 300 flat. Second fight, I probably got like 400 flat, or like 200 and 200, something like that. So that's like where you start out. Nowadays, like, guys think they're gonna get like 10 and 10 for the first fucking pro fight, and they're like just sitting and waiting like 2-3 years without fighting because they want 10 and 10. Not even worth that. You know, you have to get your stock up. I'm selling myself like really cheap, really like
sounds like it,
like ridiculously cheap. That's how I get these fights too. And now my stock is going up. My stock is going up every time, even though I'm not making the big money. But it's a risk to take too. You might lose and your stock goes back down, and you didn't make any money out of it. But if you win, you win something. I'd rather do that than just sit and wait. It just doesn't work.
That's a good point.
Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
Well, that's a good point he's making, is that if you sit around and waiting for this big money that you might not never get, you're just going to waste years and years of your career where you could have gained, vital experience as a fighter.
Yeah.
And next, you just lost everything. You're just done. You're going to be working at the fucking garbage dump, fucking tossing around, tin cans and shit, right? Because you just thought you're like, oh, I'm worth 10 and 10 in my first fight. And that's the point you're making. But there's also the counterpoint of like, you know your worth, right? Like George has always said, he's like, I know my worth. And if I don't get my worth, then
I ain't scrapping.
You get this worth. That's what you get.
Right? I have a job and like,
yeah.
But it would be the same if I was like fighting actively and like was not in another country, then it wouldn't be the same. Like if I was in America, then like for me, I'm content with coaching and stuff now. But if I was still like fighting all the time and stuff, then in America it wouldn't be the same because I would have never got the money that I made. Not that I made, but like I made a lot, but like that I made for fights in Asia, I would have never come close to getting that money in America. Because in America, it's like I don't think even on like RFA and stuff, I think the most you're gonna make is like 2 and 2.
You think you could be a coach and a fighter and become like elite and have like fighters, like you're the head coach, not like just the part coach, like, like a head coach and be a fighter and be elite at the same time? Do you think that's possible?
Elite as in what sense do you mean an elite?
Like world champion elite. Like that's the final goal, right?
No, yeah. No, I don't think so.
You can't be the best at both. Like,
yeah.
If you're gonna be a coach, you have to focus a lot on that coaching job. And it takes too much energy.
Yeah.
Bunch of retards. Come on, pass me.
Retards, needy people, like
retards and needy people.
Yeah. But no, this is king of not being needy. This is why I love Glenn. But no, it's like, hey, before, because in America, like everyone's like, it's like, it's not like Thailand. It's more expensive to live. But I sold cars and I trained and fought. And I did, I won most of the fights that I had while I was doing that. And working in the car business, you work a lot of hours. Like I was lucky because I didn't work as much as everyone else. But I still worked 50 to 60 hours, a week and trained on top of that and stuff. And a lot of guys that were in the same position as me or the same level that were fighting locally, they were like scraping by, like they didn't have insurance. They didn't, they didn't live in nice places. Like I was driving a Corvette. I had insurance. Like I had my knee operated on. I had insurance and stuff. So like I lived a pretty good lifestyle, but I worked hard. But here, like, people are scraping by. In America, people are scraping by. It's hard. It's not like easy being a fighter. So being a coach, I think like at first I thought I could do it. I was like, oh man, I worked a lot before in America and I could, work that much and fight. But being a coach is like completely different. It's not the same as like just working, doing your, your shit as long as you still get your training in. Here it's like, or anywhere I would assume it's, you have, this amount of fighters, everyone's fighting at different times, needs different things. They're all different personalities, which I've learned. and you have to talk to everyone differently. So it's a hard thing to do, you know, and yeah.
He's a goddamn psychologist. I think you get your psychology degree.
You have to be, because I can't talk to Glenn the same way I talk to other people. Talk to him is easy, but other people I have to nurture.
It's scared of me. Can't really talk to me. Just like ask. I tell coach jump, and the coach asks how high.
It's not getting carried away.
Glenn is like, cut the shit. That's what it is.
He's easy to do.
Yeah. Well, when someone's like, cut the shit, it's easy to talk to them, right?
Yes, like dealing with him is so easy. The guy works hard, and he doesn't ask questions. You know, he does his thing, and he's just really easy to deal with, whereas other people are not as easy to deal with.
Now, did you guys see that the Japanese homie Mario Yamasaki? Did you guys?
Yeah, the worst ref ever UFC history.
Is he worse than Yuji Shimada?
No, nothing.
Hell.
No. They're at the same level. Like, they both done some huge mistakes. And everyone makes mistakes like 1 or 2 times, but
I've ref wrestling before. It's hard.
It's been so many of those stupid stoppages and late stoppages. Yeah.
And then I think it gets into his head. Like, if he stops something late earlier in the card, then later in the card, he'll stop something too early.
No, I don't think anything gets in that guy's head. He's just like, because he haven't learned anything. He's just, okay, just go back to stop being a referee. So, like, do you think
it was crazy? It definitely should have been stopped earlier, in my opinion.
Well, she was beating the shit out of her, right? Just nonstop.
It was a 10-7 round. Like,
even just what was it, like 200 and some strikes to 3?
Yeah,
that's insane.
It was kind of like the 3rd round of Glenn's fight.
No. It's like me every day when I'm with Glenn and
see,
I actually train.
My guy was like enjoying it.
That girl was not.
Yeah, my guy was just like laughing and taking the beating. That girl was like crying and taking a beating. That's the difference.
Imagine the headache, like your opponent, and then she had the next day from all those shots. They might have been laughing. He might have been laughing, but I don't think he was laughing the next day when he woke up.
Probably not.
Yeah, that head.
And Valentina's opponent was definitely not laughing.
Her face.
And she tore her knee apart too in the 1st round.
Jesus, hope she got paid. It was her UFC debut too, right?
Yeah, it was her debut, and she's the one that I forgot. One of the sites, they wrote an article that she was a crackhead. That's what it said. Literally, like, she was a crackhead.
Like, did they write it in like a negative way or positive way?
Well, I don't know how positive being a crackhead could be. You know what I mean? Like, you could say.
When you fighting Valentina Shevchenko, it could be pretty positive.
Yeah, you could have came from like the depths of hell to make it to there.
Yeah.
Or you could still currently be a crackhead, but I don't know.
I think you got to be a crackhead to want to fight Valentina at 125. Like, I think even like her and I have the same manager, so seems to get us good fights.
Now, like the corner, like you're in the corner, George. Do you think that if you were in the corner of that girl, would you have stopped the fight between the rounds?
That's the question. Yeah, no, I think as a coach, I've encountered that maybe one time. Not one time. As a coach, like in the corner, one time I've encountered that, but also with an athlete, I've encountered that, and like, it's a like really, I think, a hard subject to deal with, because like as a competitor before, like, you always like, you're willing to lay it on the line, and like you never want to be that person where you have the towel thrown in or where you quit. Like, I think most people, you want to be like a warrior and go out on your shield. But at the same time, the longer that I'm around the sport and the more things I see and the more like research that's done, like as a coach, like you know, as I said in the corner one time, I've questioned it, like, man, you know, what should I do? Should I stop it? Like, but I think ultimately, even like the other week when Khabib fought, what's his name? Like, you know, I think there were questions around that. Like, should his coaches have thrown the towel in and stuff? And I think in a situation like that, you're going to be criticized on both sides. But for me, I think it depends on the athlete. You know, not everyone's the same. To answer the question and not beat around the bush, I don't know, man. I don't know what I would have done in that situation, because obviously I wasn't in that situation, but it would be hard to watch, you know, an athlete get beat on like that. Because again, I was in that situation before and I was contemplating it and the ref stopped it and I was like really, really happy. And I told them that after that. So yeah, I mean, it's just a really hard question to answer, you know?
Yeah,
you're not there.
I've been on was probably 10 to 6 rounds.
Is that even possible?
No, it's probably not possible. It was like I got beaten on for 4 minutes and 50 seconds, like nonstop beating on. Like
That's really hard to believe.
And then I got back to my corner. I didn't know where I was. Nothing.
And you won.
My corner, I probably would have stopped it because I was getting a bad beating. But I'm glad nobody stopped it because I wanted to go out on my shield. It's it was do or die.
Right, and that's the thing.
And I came back. I was probably even won the next 2 rounds, but I was so far behind on scorecards. But yeah, it was a good fight otherwise.
Like, you got the shit kicked out of you, like absolutely. Out of him.
So I'm glad they didn't stop it, but if I would have been my coach, maybe I would have been in.
Even I feel like being a coach here, man, you just deal with so many different, it's not like being a coach of one, this isn't the national team of some university or, you know, or a college university team or the national team of some country. This is people. So I have Glenn and other people that live here full time, or, you know, 90% of the year that train here. And then you have other people that come in and do 1 month camps. And then you just have your average Joe Blows that just come through. So, you know, the people that I encounter, I have different relationships with, but I think that, you know, someone that if I'm coaching someone and cornering them, I have a pretty good relationship with them, but man,
but end of the day, you have to trust the ref doing his job. The ref should know when to stop the fight. The ref should know when it's enough. As a coach, you shouldn't even have to take that decision.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
Because the ref should be able to do that if you're not fucking Mario Yamasaki.
But unfortunately, sometimes you do.
Hey, did you see Mike Perry? He tweeted, I hope Mario Yamasaki is my ref for my next fight.
What a ledge.
Yeah, Mike Perry's he's one of my favorite fighters right now. To just cause, man, after that Pinocchio shit,
he's just loose.
Yeah,
pretty cool. And he actually says funny stuff, good raw stuff, not like Colby Covington or whatever his name is. He's
whack.
Yeah, he's a little bit too whack.
Yeah, Mike Perry, he just whatever he's thinking in his mind, it just comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just comes out at that moment.
At all.
And when he did that chicken dance and shit like that, after he knocked out the dude, and he had his hair like the chicken too, he had all spiked up and shit. Hey, that dude's a one of a kind character right there. He's legit. Yeah, I hope Mario Yamasaki is their ref, but I don't think he's gonna be reffing in the UFC anymore. I don't think that's gonna happen.
No.
I think that's what happened to Mazzagatti too. After he fucked up so many times that you never seen him again.
I remember Dana going on a rant about Mazzagatti and just he is the absolute worst ref in the entire world, just going off on him. But yeah, probably now Mazzagatti's reffing lion fight and shit.
Because if you notice, like, all the good refs are starting to fade away. Like, McCarthy's gone. He's a commentator now for Bellator. You don't really see Herb Dean anymore in the UFC reffing.
Yeah, not a lot. But, like, man, on that stage, you're always going to get criticized. But I like Mark Goddard.
Mark Goddard's good.
Yeah, he's good. And he's a cool dude. Like, I like English people. They got good banter.
Yeah. They got a nice, sexy accent. The English accent is kind of hard. The Australian.
Yeah, they sound smart. I think the English accent, they sound really intelligent.
Yeah.
You know?
That was like the real English language before the Americans fucked it up.
Oh, no, before we made it better.
Yeah.
You know how it is.
Yeah.
That's why America invented everything. Because the Europeans couldn't.
Mate.
Think about it, man. Who brought you? No.
McDonald's.
Yeah, who brought you McDonald's? That's Irish.
For that, making us fat, bringing us diabetes. That's the only thing like America giving the world. Diabetes.
I will say that the portion sizes in America are absurd because I gained about 6 pounds when I went back to America for like 7 days for Invicta. I was down every morning because I was up at like 5:45 and I was downstairs in the breakfast, like, because there's a bar at the bottom of the hotel, but they had the breakfast. It was an Italian restaurant, but they did a really, really good breakfast. And I remember the first morning I was like, oh, can I have 2 extra pieces of toast? They brought me 6 extra pieces of toast on top of my potatoes, bacon, sausage, and eggs. And the next morning I asked for 2 pieces of toast again, and the lady brought me 6 extra pieces of toast. And every morning, like, I never eat breakfast in Thailand. I have coffee. Maybe I have a bagel with cream cheese. That's a very small possibility. But every morning, because of the time difference, I was eating breakfast. And, man, it definitely, when I came back.
Hey, 5 years from now, George is going to look like Ray Longo. If you know who that is.
Oh.
Like in a year, he's just like.
I'm still the same weight that I was the last time that I fought.
His body just like getting sloppier and sloppier all the time.
That's not like, accurate. I'm still the same weight the last time that I fought when I started cutting weight.
Yeah, but now all that muscle he had just turned into fat. Just replaced it with fat. Jesus.
I still have a 6-pack.
They love that body shaming right there. They love that.
They do. Him and Mallory love to just smash me all the time and call me dad bod.
No, because he lives off like the dad bod fashion still. Like it's over, George.
I still got it.
What was the other thing that was going on? Fuck. See, I should have wrote shit down, but I didn't write anything down. I was just like, let's just fucking roll with it. Oh yeah, McDonald's. Did you just see that thing about McDonald's French fries? Like, there's a chemical in McDonald's French fries that starts the growth of follicles in your hair.
What?
Yeah.
I think that's like the smallest problem with, like, if you go to McDonald's. Worrying about that little chemical, like all the other shit you like eating there.
Yeah, but like I love like
no, it's a cure to baldness. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh.
No. George.
But is that really accurate?
No, they said that they've done studies in Japan. Hey, they've done studies in Japan on that shit, and they're like talking about that chemical, but they're saying like
I think I saw that, but is that fake news?
No. What they're saying was, don't go to McDonald's and start eating a gang of French fries because you're bald, motherfucker. Just know that chemical, they're working on it right now, so don't fucking overindulge and get your ass fat as fuck. I think that's what they were saying.
Isn't like McDonald's burgers like they like haven't they done tests on them where like they have them and they just like they never like decompose?
That's just something people make up.
Because I eat McDonald's like literally maybe once, twice a year, like an actual burger, like a double cheese or a Big Mac, and it tastes so good when I eat it. Like, oh, it's like it's so good.
Yeah, it is.
Literally within 45 minutes, I'm just like, what have I done to myself?
Yeah. No, but Burger King is better. So if Burger King listening to this, I'm open for sponsorships opportunity. March 17th.
This guy's like the king of it.
The king of Burger King?
Just a shout out to Burger King. If they're not listening, KFC is also welcome.
I like a good zinger burger.
Just putting it out there.
Hey, Burger King, the triple Whopper. You can't beat that motherfucker.
No, you
No,
cannot.
nothing. Not even McDonald's could kill it.
The triple. I've never even heard of the triple Whopper.
Hey, when you come to Korea next time, I'll take you to where they make the triple Whopper at Burger King. There's only one spot. Remember that place that I took you last time? That big ass complex.
Yeah, and we ate California pizza.
Yeah, that same complex has the Burger King that you could buy the triple Whopper.
I don't have any, like, I don't want to buy the triple Whopper. Take me to eat Korean barbecue or something.
Oh, dude, there's a spot right next to my house that my wife's sister took us. It's all you can eat Korean barbecue, and
Take me there.
and
I'm gonna stay at your house on the
good.
couch next time I come.
Is your wife's sister single?
Yeah, she's
What?
Is she
Yeah.
hot?
There you go.
She's not bad, but
He's not bad, or she's?
she's not bad.
Haseyo.
She's tall. She's Korean, and she's single, but she's a little bit older than you. I think she's like 40.
Yeah.
What? Hey, hold on. What is her job?
Yeah.
She
Don't she
sells
have
shit.
like
I think she sells shit. I don't know.
She got cheese.
I think she's doing well for herself.
There you go, right
No,
there.
hook me up, boy.
She's always talking about she wants to move to Thailand and open a small Korean restaurant.
There you go, right there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of there's actually in Phuket, well, I would assume Thailand, but in Phuket, I've been to quite a few Korean restaurants and met Korean people that speak Thai and stuff.
Well, the thing is, I've been thinking about it too, and I was thinking maybe I should take my family, and move to Phuket and open a small Korean restaurant with Korean food. I'll make it because I know how to make all that shit too. You don't know, I got skills, and
I feel like, John, that we're on to something here.
It sounds like free food for me.
free sponsorship.
Again, he's open for free sponsorship.
I'll give you a spot on my banner. John, the local Asian with the Korean food.
Hey, and that's the name of the restaurant. Your local Asian.
Your local.
And it's gonna be Korean food, and we're gonna have I haven't thought of the menu already. There's gonna be vegetarian shit on there, and it's all Korean food though. But you have meats and shit, and you got that. You got the noodles, and it's gonna be 10 things, only 10 things that I sell, and then maybe a couple things that are extra special things menu.
Like some dog or something.
Yeah, some dogs and cats and fucking rats and shit, on a stick.
The backroom shit.
For the savages, for the Russians and the Mongolians that come through, I'll get, toss them that. But yeah, I've been thinking about that, but then it's fuck, none of us speak Thai. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I can help you navigate.
I know,
George,
but I don't know.
George knows 3 words in 10 different languages, and he keeps repeating those words. I think he's speaking fluent. That's how he gets by.
I'm fluent in Thai, but
You're not fluent in Thai.
no, I'm not. Enough to get myself in trouble where
this-
people start speaking Thai back to me, and then I'm like, oh, I don't understand.
Thinks he's fluent in Russian.
No, but I know a couple words to have some banter with in most languages that I
And you keep
encounter.
repeating them.
Yes, I do keep repeating them.
You know why I was thinking about that is because there's these people that went to Spain, and they opened a Korean restaurant in Spain with simple ass, killed it, dude. Killed it, massive fucking.
Bro, I took Nan, we went and ate Korean food one time, and it was we found it on the internet, and it had good reviews, but it was in this in Phuket town, and it was in this house, but it was really it looked like you pulled up and you're like, are we in the right place? And then we went in and we had an option choose set A, choose set B, and it was a shit ton of food. Sorry, it was a shit ton of food, and it was good, but it was just I feel like they could have done it a lot better. If they have a different place and there was no marketing for it or anything at all.
Well, there's a lot of places like that in Korea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well,
Go there,
No, it's in Korea.
yeah. Well, we're in Thailand, so
yeah, but
But-
even that.
saying, we can set it up. Just give me a small percentage and we'll get it going.
It's just an idea. It could be possible. I don't know.
Speaking of, if you're in Phuket, soon there will be Island Pokeball, so come check it out.
Is that how you say it? Pokey? What does that mean?
Yeah. I don't know. It's some Hawaiian thing, right?
Pokeballs, best on the island, come out. They will also be on my banner.
Yes, we will.
KFC doesn't respond. No.
Or Burger King for the
Burger
triple.
King.
I never in my life had a Pokeball, I think. I just seen them in pictures and like, oh, I want one of those.
Yeah, they're good.
I've never had one either. I don't even know what the hell they are.
When you come, John, I'll treat you to a nice Pokeball.
Oh, how nice. Can I get a banner too?
If you leave a review on this podcast, you will get an offer with 50% off your first Pokeball.
I'll take that.
You should probably get a banner and just hang it behind you during the podcast.
just bring some new ones out.
Island Pokeball / Indeed.
I've been thinking about doing that. Next one, I'll probably have to like bring some offers in.
Yeah, you should just bring shit so you just like, what is it called? Product placement. You know, during the podcast, and then you just talk about your spot, man. You could talk about it right now. Why not?
Yeah, Island Pokeball opening up here at the end of the month. Soy Thai Ed, off of Soy Thai Ed at Two Home Hotel. So
what's that near?
Near Titan Fitness. It's all near everything. Tiger, Puka. It's on the same road, just off one of the soys, but right near Titan Fitness and Chok Chai Muay Thai. So,
are you cooking?
Check it out. No, I will not be cooking. I will be going to eat poke, and we have smoothie bowls and breakfast, healthy breakfast. Everything's healthy. So, come find Glenn and I. Yeah.
I'll be there promoting, giving out free coupons during breakfast time.
Free coupons for what?
Oh,
for himself. For himself.
That's a surprise. We'll see. But you will get a good discount on the food. And, yeah, I promise you that. George, do promise you that.
Maybe he could do some, like, waiter shit or something.
Like what kind of waiter stuff?
Like just serve shit. Like he could get one of those T-shirts that look like a tuxedo, and he could greet people in the front.
Hello.
Pokeball.
He could be like one of those people in the street that like they're trying to get you to come in. He'd be like, "Come on, ladies, come on." You know what I mean? Like at the nightclubs. You know what I mean?
No, but if I stand
massage
there,
car.
it's gonna be like ladies' night every night there. If they put me outside, so we don't want that. We want like a good mix of gender there. Not a sausage fest, but still no like feminist meeting club. We gotta keep it like 50-50.
50-50.
For sure.
How does that sound, George?
Hey George, where are you going? You going to Jordan, right?
Yeah, I'm on Jordan.
Next week?
No. On the 27th.
Oh, that's like a few weeks away. And then
are
you gonna go with Glenn to Australia?
No, he's had some different negotiations.
No, I'm not bringing George.
Not because he doesn't want to, but because he's not taking anyone.
Oh, you're going solo. Don't you usually go solo?
I usually go solo. This time I had my friend Ryan with me because I hadn't seen him for a while. So I was like, hey, come with me, hang out, Taiwan a little bit. So yeah, but usually I just fly solo because it's the easiest. You always know someone at the event that can corner you. That's just how it is.
Another reason that I love him because it's just like, I'll just get someone when I'm there.
And George is traveling every weekend. So I can give him some time off. Like, I don't really need him.
When
I like him. But
by the end of the year, we'll be traveling to UFC events together.
Yeah.
Hey, he won't even need you for the UFC. He'll just fly alone to the UFC and just pick people from the crowd. Like, hey, you want to record with me? Come on, let's go.
Raffle off his corner tickets.
Yeah, he's gonna be on like Facebook, like giving
we'll probably only like bring one cornerman to UFC, and because you get like 2-3 cornerman passes.
Yeah, you get like
so you can like sell off. You can probably get like $1,000 a piece for them. You just bring someone.
Like here, pay me my money. Walk to the cage, sit in the corner, don't say a damn word.
Yeah.
Hey, let's just say hypothetically, UFC comes to Korea. Glenn gets signed. He comes to Korea. George comes. Who else do you bring, Glenn?
Oh, just George.
Just George? And then my wife's sister? What corner?
Yeah, if she pays for the ticket. I'm not giving her free just because she's hot and in her 40s, got a good job and single.
Sounds to me like you should probably just hang out with her and get her pregnant and then
she's still paying for the ticket.
train in Korea.
Yo.
No,
I'll bring her out. I'll bring her out if you do come. If that situation ever happens, I'm putting it on wax right here. I'll bring her out. And you guys could, you know, twinkle, twinkle, little star, whatever it happens, right?
Yeah, we'll see.
Do you like Asians?
No.
See?
That's a damn shame.
I can learn to love them.
Hey, let's get into that. What do you prefer? Are you the blonde hair, blue eye type?
Girls. I prefer girls.
Just girls, but not Asians?
No, it doesn't really matter. Like
Are Asians too small for you?
No, there's some big Asians.
I feel like he needs a big, like, Siberian Asian.
But no, I got a thing for white girls, I think. Born and raised with white girls.
So was I, and then I went Asian.
Or island girls.
I never came back.
Island girls are pretty hot.
Island girls?
Yeah.
As in, like, Islander?
Yeah, there's some really, really extremely beautiful island girls out there.
Yeah.
You know? And then there's some really, really massive island girls out there too.
Yeah, solid ones.
Yeah, solid. Like they could be in the heavyweight division of the UFC. Solid.
Definitely. They could like fight Gabby Garcia.
Yeah. There's like a whole island full of them motherfuckers. But
So do you ever think, or do you think UFC gonna come back to Korea now?
Yeah, I think that they're gonna have about most likely 2 or 3 shows in Asia this year, not counting like Australia and New Zealand.
Yeah. Do you think any of them gonna be in like mainland China?
I think they'll have one in mainland China. I think that's one place. Where I see it is most likely it will be like China, mainland China, or Korea, and then they'll have one in Singapore because that's like kind of like their main spot, and then they'll probably have one in Japan.
Yeah,
those are the only places that would make any sense if they go, out there. But they're always gonna have shows in New Zealand and Australia. I think that's like a huge market, which is good for you.
Yeah, it is, especially now in Australia. Australia is getting so mainstream. Like you see how the big shows is selling out so fast, and so I think it's a big market there.
Yeah, I'm thinking that Australia is gonna hit huge. It's gonna become like massive. MMA is just insane. Like there's so many small promotions out there doing pretty good. So why not? I think they're gonna start snatching up people, and you're on the list. I think
it's good now too when they have Robert Whittaker, like Australian, but yeah, Mark Hunt has been a good draw in Australia, but he's on his last runs now, so that's kind of bad because it's like I feel like when it's an Australian card, I want to see Mark Hunt knock somebody out. Yeah. It's just part of it.
Yeah, it's good, but they're definitely like, I think Australian, because before coming to Thailand, I never knew an Australian fighter. But man, they're getting a lot of good fighters, like, and they're evolving, and they've always had good striking, and I think they have a lot of good jiu-jitsu. Jiu-jitsu. But I think that, like, wrestling's something like just like England, other parts of the world have lacked, but I think they're definitely getting better. Like, you look at Volkanovski, like, he's very good wrestling for MMA. So I think it's something that's definitely evolving, and I definitely think, obviously they have a champion, so they've got guys that are really, jumping levels and getting better.
Well, what's a big sign is like that a lot of them would just leave Australia and train at other places, but now they're not. They're staying in New Zealand, staying in Australia, which shows you that they're getting enough, the best training out there, so they don't really need to go out and do full camps anywhere else, which is, good for them. They don't have to spend as much money on travels and stuff like that. So yeah, they do have a lot of good fighters. You guys know, you've coached a lot of those guys. Glenn has beat up a lot of those guys and fought a lot of those guys, and he's one of those guys, which is kind of weird because you're kind of part of that Australian scene, but you're not Australian.
Yeah, I don't know why for me, my goal when I realized how close Australia was when I was in Asia, my goal was to fight in Australia. It was that's where I wanted to go, but I couldn't afford to travel there because I'm a poor cunt. So when I got my first fight over there, I was excited. I'm going to fucking Australia. This is the best thing ever happened to me.
Have you been to America?
No, I haven't been to America, but this is Australia. It's a step up from America. So I got to go there. And I got my second fight there. I was really happy. Now I got this third one. And it's just a nice place to go because coming from Finland is so far away from Australia. You couldn't even imagine fighting there when I was back in Finland. So it's great.
Yeah, now you're savvy. You've seen the world.
Yeah.
Hey, one last question, Glenn, before I let you go. Whatever happened to the welterweight title for bragging rights?
I got it. I got it in my room.
Oh, okay. But
yeah,
is bragging rights still around?
No, they were doing that show was gonna be their comeback show because they were 2012 and 13 or 2012 and 11 and 10. They were putting on regular shows, but it was also the cage ban during this time in Perth, so we fought in a ring, and yeah, they just didn't have any more shows. And now Hex came into Perth and Eternal, another Australian organization, and AFC is coming to Perth now. So yeah,
dang, that was at welterweight too. That was
that was
that was the dark days.
Yeah.
All right, Glenn. Definitely, if you're listening, Glenn, you should know him by now. He's
the teddy bear.
Yeah, the teddy bear fits him perfectly. And you guys gotta watch him, right? He's gonna
watch me.
I want to see Glenn on a countdown, like a UFC countdown. That's what I'm waiting for. Is Glenn there just following Glenn around and he's just talking shit?
Over here on countdown together.
I think I have to put on the filter if I'm actually gonna be on a countdown. Oh.
No, because that's where Mike Perry. Everybody started to find out who Mike Perry really was because of that countdown that he did. So I think it would be nice to have you follow you around. You know what I mean? Or you could do your own little mini documentaries. You gotta find somebody to start doing mini documentaries on you.
I've been thinking about that, buying a GoPro and just start doing vlogs. It could be pretty hilarious.
I mean, a vlog.
Vlog, whatever. I don't know. So yeah, watch me. Might not be the best, but I'm next.
Hey, do you have a smartphone? Do you have a smartphone?
Yes, he does.
Okay, all you need to do is get one of those tripods that you could screw onto with your smartphone, and you don't even need a GoPro. You could just use your phone.
I want to look professional.
Just get a crew.
Yeah, I just get a crew of Jeff 2.0. Mitch, yeah. Get them following me around.
Jeff 2.0.
Is there a lot of guys out there doing that right now?
Yeah, I think a lot of people vlog.
Yeah. Or not it's no big YouTuber on MMA. If you look at YouTube now, that's the shit. Everyone's a fucking YouTuber, but nobody really do a lot of MMAs, which is I like watching them. I like when Joe Lawson used to do them. Yeah. He still does them for 5 weeks and stuff that. Amateur made, but they're really good. Get a good insight and stuff like that. But
even some Shay Walsh used to do it. Emilo does it a bit, which I always enjoy watching.
Yeah.
It's cool to look back on the training and what's going on and stuff like that.
Yeah, and it's good that you put it on YouTube because it's going to be there forever. So you could just always go back and look at it. And even Emilo did that little mini documentary of himself.
Yeah.
And that's kind of cool to watch because it shows you where he came from and kind of before he signed with ONE FC and all that shit. You know,
it's pretty cool.
Yeah. So Yeah, it's documentary history. Your kids could watch that shit later on and be like, "That's daddy. He did some crazy shit." Right? All right,
Yeah.
Glenn. Take care. Take care of that little itch that you have, right? And George, I'll talk to you guys soon.
Peace out, Vietnam.
Boom.